This is the Jeff Jarena Show.
Hey, what's up and how's it going? It's Jeff here and welcome back to the podcast. And hey, if this is your first time listening to the Jeff Jarena Show, this particular episode today is what we call Daily Fuel. And these episodes, our Daily Fuel episodes, are much shorter than our regular weekly content. But in this Daily Fuel episode, it's just to give you a quick burst of encouragement, maybe energy and clarity to help you level up in some area of your life. And so with that, I'm just going to start here by saying this. Sometimes the path forward doesn't make sense until you hit a wall, right? You're doing the work, you're showing up on time, you're praying, you've planned, you're pushing forward, you're persevering, but nothing is opening up. What you're wanting to have happen isn't happening. What you were thinking about, envisioning, dreaming about, that particular goal, that your business, whatever that was, a relationship, whatever that was, is not working the way that you thought, the way that you envisioned. And it's in those moments right there that we're tempted to believe that we failed, right? We think, okay, we did something wrong, that we're not adequate enough, that we don't have the skills to get it done, or whatever. And we just missed the mark. And a lot of times you could feel like, I know I felt like this too, like God doesn't care. Like God doesn't care about what happens to me. He doesn't care about the outcome. But here's the truth. A closed door doesn't always mean rejection. Now, I know as I say that, it may not feel like that if you're in that situation. And I know looking back on my life, a lot of times, man, if I'm making a sales call or if I feel like this is the path I'm supposed to go, and yet I'm not getting anywhere, I'm hitting a wall, I'm stuck, I can't overcome these obstacles, yeah, I can feel like, and have felt like this, that I was rejected. Like I wasn't good enough, or I didn't have the skill set, or I was missing something, right? I was lacking something. But that's not the case, because oftentimes it means redirection. Now, I know as I say that right now, if you're stuck right now and you're in this situation, you could be saying, yeah, Jeff, whatever, man. It does not feel like redirection to me. This is not cool. I'm not liking this. This is not where I want to be. Trust me, I'm with you 1,000% and have been there many a times. But we just have to trust and know that, hey, this is not going to be the end. This is not the finish line. There is something better out there. And maybe God is putting me in a different place, and I may not know it yet, but that's going to be better than what I even thought or envisioned that I wanted. And so with that, you got to believe that and know that God is not punishing you. Probably what's happening is He's protecting you. Maybe protecting you from something you don't even know. Maybe protecting you from yourself. Or He could be preparing you for something greater than what you even envisioned or thought of to begin with. Maybe it's to stretch you even more. And so with all that said, if you don't even buy into what I'm saying, please go to the Lord in prayer and say, Lord, please help me get to what Jeff is talking about right now. I want to get to there, and I want to trust in you and know that, hey, there is a better direction right now, and it's coming quickly. And so I want to give you this verse. It's Proverbs 16, verse 9. And it says, in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. And so if we think about that, think about there's seasons when God closes a door. I know that's tough. Man, it is painful to say that and even buy into that myself, but it's true. And it's not to stop you, but to steer you someplace better. Because what feels like a setback may actually be the setup for what's next. And so today's fuel point is this: a closed door is not the end. And I'm preaching to myself here. It's often a new beginning disguised as disappointment. Man, that's, I gotta be honest with you. If you think about that, it's tough to accept at first, right? But the reality is, We have to look at this like there is a silver lining out there, and it's better than what we could imagine. Remember, a closed door is not the end. It's often a new beginning disguised as disappointment, but yet that disappointment leads to encouragement, leads to growth, leads to fruit, leads to blessings. And so here's the action step for you today, especially if you feel stuck right now. Think back to a moment when something didn't go your way. What came from it? What did you learn? Now take that same faith and apply it to what you're facing today. And with that, trust that God is still guiding your steps, even when the door is closed. And I'm going to finish here with Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will guide your path." Guys, again, if you haven't done so already, go to jefftorino.com/newsletter and sign up for our free Ignite newsletter. I'll see you there. God bless.